What up? It's Trent Out Loud, and I'm back with another episode. All right, depending what time zone you're in, it's Sunday night or Monday morning. To my Monday morningers, I know this is not our favorite day of the week, but I have a jam-packed show to help you get you through your day. Do not worry, I got us, all right? And my Sunday nighters, get prepared, man. Get prepared. I got a great show for you to help you get ready for your Monday morning, all right? I got all of us. All right, I have a great show set up for you guys today. We're going to kick it off by talking to you about breaking news. Charlie Kirk's memorial is happening right now as I'm recording this, so I will be checking online and giving you guys all the breaking news. So far, the biggest news is Donald Trump and Elon Musk reuniting, but there's still a lot to go. So like I said, I'll be checking back in, all right? In lead stories, we're going to cover a lot of Candace Owens. Candace Owens slams PM Bondi, says she's using Charlie Kirk's unaliving for her own government benefit. Candace Owens also demands the back camera footage from the Charlie Kirk unaliving. Also, Daily Mail says that Candace Owens was snubbed at Charlie Kirk's memorial. Y'all know we told you a couple of days ago that Candace Owens, she said she does not want to go to the memorial because it's ran by the feds, and she has beef with the feds right now. Also in lead stories, Stephen A. Smith drags Kamala Harris and says she is over. Her political run is done. Cardi B released her album on Friday, so you know we're going to sum up the weekend with some Cardi B quick news. We're going to reveal her real numbers. Over the weekend, we told you guys that she has broken records and she was the fastest person to ever reach platinum, but that now has been debunked. We'll talk to you guys about that. We have a video for her of her breaking down, tearing over, thanking her fans. She also addresses Stefon Digg's baby mama. She also addresses FAT phobia comments, and breaking, one of Stefon Diggs' baby mama has put out receipts and some very questionable pictures of Stefon Diggs and says she has some SEX tapes that if y'all keep playing with her, she will release. In regular quick news, we're going to talk Canadian Premier Mark Carney, AI artist Monet, and also Chris Brown brings Summer Walker on stage for Take You Down. I told you all we have a jam-packed show. As always, we're going to close out the show with social discussion, question of the day, and comments of the day. Y'all know what time it is. Turn your TVs, your radio, your devices up. I got a big show. Let's go. Let's go. I said let's go twice. Hold up. Let's go. There, that's more effective. All right, our first breaking story, our first and only. Charlie Kirk's memorial set to rock State Farm, Trump, Vans, and Super Bowl level security. There are rumors to be protests and also boycotts. Glendale, Arizona is about to break its gates with more than 70,000 people inside State Farm Stadium, plus overflow. They're expected to have over 100,000 people at Charlie Kirk's memorial. And like I said, Donald Trump, JD Vance, and Erica Kirk is set to take the stage. This isn't just a funeral. It's being treated, well, it's a memorial. It's being treated as a political spectacle, a movement rally, and a nation's flashpoint. Homeland Security stamped it as a level 1, the highest security level, the same as a major event like the Super Bowl. Over 200,000 people reportedly signed up online saying that they wanted to attend in person, but the stadium, home to the Arizona Cardinals, has a capacity of 63,000, which can be expanded to just over 73,000 for larger events. Organizers say the turnout reflects Charlie's wide influence among conservative audience across the country. What does this mean when a memorial becomes a demonstration? When politics collide, then the lines get blurred. I don't know what that last sentence means, but hey. All right. I have a couple of things, like I said, so far. I'll be touching in, and maybe I'll be giving you guys more stuff. For now, here is a video of the stadium. You're going to see people holding up signs. Just keep on remembering, this is where the Arizona Cardinals play. This is not a arena. This is a stadium, not a basketball arena, 20,000 people. This is a stadium filled for a memorial. It's crazy work. take a listen or take a look at this video. Here is a picture beside me of Donald Trump, and I guess in his box, that's here. And like I said earlier, I have video of Elon Musk showing up in said box. Before we get to that, I'll read to you what people are saying. They hugged it out at Charlie Kirk's memorial, and the internet is buzzing. Donald Trump and Elon Musk, after months of drama, reunited in a public spectacle that has many believed they were never really beefing in the first place. Maybe it was all theater. People are saying it isn't just forgiveness, it's strategy. With Musk's controversial role in Doge, mass federal firing, and clashes over the big, beautiful bill, was the rift ever meant to divide or build up Musk's rebranding? In politics, optics are everything, and this moment screams a message that we are back, but whose side are you really on? Okay, I have said that before. Actually, here, let me play the video for you first. Here are them reuniting, and just look very, very carefully. It doesn't look like it's like, I heard what you said, but let's get over this for the sake of Kirk. It's like you hear he taps him on his leg, like he talks to somebody else. He's like, "It's my guy right here." Yo, what up? Like, there's no rift between them. I had been saying that for a while. Elon took a big hit politically and in the public eye. Tesla stocks were going down or whatever. So when his time as a government official was up, it was so clear that he was literally just going to be like, oh, you know what? Trump was in the Epstein files. The big, beautiful bill is nothing. Fake a little bit of like, oh, I never really liked them, the Democrats, whatever, blah, blah. People are like, okay, maybe he's not so bad. Let's not do all that stuff that we were doing to Tesla. People have a short attention span, right? So it just goes out in the news for a couple of days. Trump has no problem with having negative publicity. I told you guys that yesterday. I think it's part of his actual campaign is to have the negative publicity. He'll say he doesn't like it, but he needs it to fuel his base. I am a firm believer that all of this was all set up. They do this in the music industry. For sure, they would do this in the political industry. It's nothing. Look at the body language. You don't even have to hear it. Look at the body language. And does this look like somebody who was mad at somebody who said, yeah, you were in the Epstein files. This big, beautiful bill is not good. Just look at the body language and then let me know in the comment section what you think. All right, here's the video. All right, like I said, this is going on live as I'm recording. I'm going to touch back in if there is more things to report, which I'm sure, because Vance hasn't gotten up, Erica, and neither has Trump. So I'm sure there's going to be more. If there isn't anything major, I'll save everything for tomorrow's episode and cover everything that's going on. All right, so for now, stay tuned.
One moment, Charlie was doing what he loved, arguing and debating on campus. And then he blinked and saw his savior in paradise.
He was violently killed because he spoke for freedom and justice, for God and country, for reason and for common sense.
Our first lead story. Candace Owen slams PM Bondi, accuses DOJ of using Charlie Kirk's unaliving to crack down on free speech. Owens fears for the feds. All right, we told you guys about that yesterday. We have more in our next two stories covering Candace Owens. Accusing Candace Owens of using Charlie Kirk's unaliving as an excuse to build HATE speech laws that could silence dissent, opinions, and even criticism. Bondi's promise to absolutely target HATE speech has everybody on edge, arguing that HATE speech isn't illegally defined outside threats and violence. If they redefined it now, who gets next? In a moment of tragedy, power and permission merge, The question isn't if speech will be regulated, but whose speech will be ruled. All right, Candace Owens went as far to say, Pam Bondi, who is a complete loser and tool. We have posted this in full on our Instagram page. Go check it out. The Trend Out Loud show. As you know, for copyright reasons, I can't play the whole thing for you. I will play a little clip here, but I urge you guys to go and check out what Candace has to say. Candace is slowly becoming one of my favorite internet personalities. I never thought I would say that, but what Candace has been doing over the past, I would say, 2 weeks with this Charlie Kirk situation has been admirable, to say the least. Candace Owens is a mom, a mother of four, wife, and she is putting herself out on the line here. Like, she is front line and center. Like I said, as we speak right now, a lot of people are joined up at Charlie Kirk's memorial in Arizona, from heads and political, Mark Rubio, Elon Musk, whoever. I would say the only one in MAGA that's not there, because even Tucker Carlson is there, the only one is Candace Owens. And she is constantly getting on her platform every day saying, where is this? I don't like what Pam Bondi is doing. Where is the camera? Which is something I'm going to show you next. Where is the back camera? She is using her platform to continue to push for truth, not sitting down and using a moment to grow her platform or use a moment to be on stage and get more national attention. So again, I have not always been a fan of Candace Owens. I have dragged her a couple of times on my show for some of the things that she did that I don't think was fair. I am not a big Charlie Kirk fan. There's a lot of things that he said about Black women that I find hurtful, and also to just Black people in general. But as you guys know, I call a spade, and what Candace is doing now is admirable. These are the type of friends that you need. She says that Charlie Kirk is like a little brother to her. That's how you got to ride for your family members. So I take my hat off. I have one more story about Candace Owens. So let's just go to that right now. But I love what she's doing to Donald Trump and people in his administration. Hats off. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below.
So to be clear, that's the feds telling you that they want to pass speech laws, which will basically just give them the full power to go after you for wrongthink.
All right, our second lead story, and the real story that I wanted to get to, because this is making Candace Owens public enemy number one. Candace Owens demands for Turning Point USA to release the back camera footage. She claims there was no blood shown in what she has seen. Listen to this. Candace Owens just shook up the narrative again. She says she saw back camera footage from behind Charlie Kirk when he was unalived, and claims there is no blood from the back. She is demanding that Turning Point USA drop the footage to prove what really happened. If the video actually backs her claims, it could blow the official story apart. If not, it becomes another conspiracy theory in the wind. If the unaliving that has already become a political spark, this request may be one of the biggest demonstrations yet. What will they hide and what will they show? Okay, once again, I will play a little clip of this. If you want to see the full thing, I think it's like 4 or 5 minutes, please go over to the Trend Out Loud show on Instagram. What Candace is alluding to is the guy that you see moments after the unaliving taking down the camera. And she said when she used to work at Turning Point USA, she knows him. So she saw the video, she contacted him. She asked him, why are you touching the camera? This is evidence. That should be something the feds have. He said he wanted to take it and preserve it because he didn't want it getting into the wrong hands. She asked him if she could see it. Candace Owens said that she does see it. And from the back, there is no blood, nothing. And as you all know by now, he was unalived through the neck. And we all see that there was blood from the front. The feds are saying they were looking for I don't know if I could say the B word here, the thing that went into his neck that leaves the GUN. And she says that the feds were looking for that. And she's saying, why would the feds be looking for it if they know that nothing came out from the back? If nothing came out from the back, that means it's in him, right? So again, because it's on YouTube, I can't get too in detail. Please go over to the Trend Out Loud show and see more details. But Candace is unearthing all of these things, and it's getting her the type of attention that she does not want to have. I told you guys about that yesterday, where from what I've heard, the feds are looking for her. They want to quiet Candace Owens. What I've also heard is that Candace Owens may be in hiding. I heard that it's allegedly that, yes, her studio might look the same, but she's moved it from the regular place that she is recording. And again, I always like to give props where props is due. What Candace Owens is doing right now, to me, doesn't seem clickbait or clicky or trying to do this to get views, which I have accused her of before. This seems like she is really trying to use her platform. Yes, she's going to obviously profit off it, but it looks like she's trying to use her platform more to get the truth. And the reason why that is you'll see many content creators doing things to get clicks, but to the point where the feds are allegedly looking for her, and the feds allegedly maybe want to put her in jail, or maybe really put her in jail, or, or we can keep on going further, right? But this is a lot. This is a lot. And she said she's doing this in the name of her friend to get the truth. So once again, salute to Candace Owens, and I hope that you get the truth that you're looking for. Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comment section below.
We don't trust the feds. Could you send this footage over to me? Well, he didn't want to send the footage over to me without checking with Turning Point lawyers. I asked the question, why not just release it? We've already seen the worst thing that you could possibly see from the front. The short run, he agrees that rather than send the footage,
Our third lead story. All right, this is not a huge story, but I wanted to put this here because it has to do with Candace Owens. The Daily Mail put this out, and I found it very interesting. Candace Owens rages after being snubbed from Charlie Kirk's memorial speaking roster. So what people are trying to allude and say online is the reason why Candace Owens is doing all of this is she's snubbed. They don't want her there. They don't want her at the funeral service. They don't want her at the memorial. They don't want to have anything to do with her. Now, Candace has been very adamant about working for Turning Point USA in the early days, Charlie being her little brother, them being very close, talking about Bill Ackman, talking about Benjamin Netanyahu. I've played it for you all week, all right? So just go back and watch our past episodes. So it could be possible that there's something else that's going on and she is snubbed and they want to distance herself. I've also heard things where that Charlie himself was trying to distance himself from her. And this could be the reason why she is using this time. Instead of it look like, I was snubbed, she's flipping the script and really just saying, I don't want to go. I don't want to have anything to do with. I'm going to sit down here in my studio or move my studio because I'm saying some wild stuff about the feds and I'm beefing with the feds. And that's why she's not really going. So I wanted to just give to you guys everything that's going on and for you to determine what's going on. Do you think that there was actually turmoil between Turning Point, Charlie, and his team, and they don't want to have anything to do with Candace? Or is it that she doesn't want to have anything to do with them, and now they're actually just trying to shift the narrative and make us think that there was beef? I am going to go from what I have seen. I am going to say that I'm on the side of I think Candace is actually drumming up some things that they do not want her to drum up. And I think this article from the Daily Mail, and I think these things that we're hearing about her being snubbed and they don't really want anything to do with her, I think that is them making stuff up for us to try to discredit Candace. I think that she is really ruffling the wrong feathers and they do not know what to do and how to handle Candace Owens as a result of that, they're trying to put these kind of campaigns out. Y'all let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. All right, our fourth lead story. Just want to keep it political. This will be quick here. Stephen A. Smith blasts Kamala Harris. He said, "You had your chance. You're part of the problem. I believe her political career is over." Stephen A. Smith didn't hold back on his podcast. He dragged Kamala Harris for writing a book now instead of speaking out when it counted. According to him, she had her shot. Being quiet made her complicit. In a time when leaders are expected to stand tall, not hide behind pages, Smith says, polished ain't enough. People want presence. They want truth. Do you think she's dodging or protecting herself? Again, I'll play a little clip and you guys let me know what you think. I'll let you know what I think. All right, take a look.
Here's what she has to say at this particular moment in time. I hope the book is successful. When you had an opportunity as the Democratic nominee for the presidency of the United States of America to address so many different issues, and instead what you did was go into protective mode. You went to show your loyalty or what have you, and then you lose the election. I believe her political career is over.
All right. As always, I have to say, Stephen A. Smith, legend, love you, everything that you have done. Hats off to you, okay, bro? However, for the 25th time on this show, I have to drag Stephen A. Smith for this, okay? Why? Here's the reason why. Stephen A. Smith is always trying to do things like this to get viral moments. And when she first announced her book, she said things like this, and he said something about this, and I dragged him for it. And you can just see that he's literally just trying to take opportunities to nitpick to grow his now Sirius radio station. That's a weekly political show on Sirius, I think every Wednesday. He has his YouTube channel. And every time I say this, I remember somebody in the comment section who are like, Trent, you, Stephen A. Smith, and somebody else are my top favorite, shows on YouTube. Give Stephen A. Smith a chance. And it's for reasons like this why I can't. Let me tell you, the way that he is delivering this is not even giving her grace. And let me further explain. Her book is not out yet. He has not heard everything in the book. Now, when the book first came out, or when it was announced, I said similar, but I worded it differently. I said, I hope that Kamala Harris is not going to come out and put out a book that's all glossy and nice and not give us any real tea. Like, if she's putting out a book, she has to come out and tell her truth, okay? Little pieces that we've heard so far are saying, hey, I didn't want to get a gay running mate because I thought that would be too much for America to decide. Wow, big truth. She said stuff about Joe Biden and about his decision making and where he was at mentally, which is really good. And now you hear stuff like this. And if the book is saying, look, I was very loyal to my boss. I was his vice president. I was his right-hand woman, the first Black female vice president, the first Black vice president and the first female vice president. And in that role, I wanted to support my boss. Now, thinking about this, I wish I would have taken those 170 days, and I wish I would have been more real to the American people. I wish I did not get on The View and say these things when, I wish I didn't give that answer when they asked me, what would you do different? And she said, oh, I'm not going to do anything different, which we all think that was probably the line that cost her the election. So if she comes out and she is real in this book and she says, America, I let you down by not doing this or whatever, blah, blah. I completely disagree with Stephen A. Smith. I don't believe her political career is over. I believe that humanizes her, and that puts her ahead of, I think, anybody else in the Democratic Party that's trying to get the election or try to get nominations in 2028, because America, especially America, but also the rest of the world, we love people who are humanized. I had 107 days. I had a lot of people in my ear, but I'm here to write this book to tell you my truth. And the next opportunity that I get, I know not to make that mistake now. Every human has made mistakes, and every human has taken advice from somebody that, like, I wish I didn't. So again, I think Stephen A. Smith is using these moments to try to get some viral clips. Her political career is over, blah, blah, blah. Like, Donald Trump's political career was over too after January the 6th. And look where he is now. He's more popular than ever. So I believe that Kamala Harris has an opportunity to win over America and be 10 times more popular than she ever was if she does it correctly. And I think that we should give her the opportunity for that. For anybody who is new watching this, I'm not a Republican, I'm not a Democrat. This is a purple podcast, but I always call it like I see it. And I do not like that Stephen A. Smith never gives Kamala Harris grace. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. All right, this brings us to quick Cardi B news. Ring my bell. All right, our first quick Cardi B story. Cardi B, Am I the Drama, earned 14.68 million streams in its first full day of release on Spotify. The SAE conversion would mean Cardi B only sold 9.4 thousand, so like 10,000, not including WAP and Up. In its first day, meaning I Am Drama didn't actually go 5 times platinum in its first day. All right, I think this was in Saturday's episode. For those who are new or maybe missed some episodes, we do weekend shows now. So we told you guys that Cardi B now holds the record for the fastest album to go platinum. Okay, I think it was a couple of hours. But it was because she put WAP and Up on there. So the streaming for those numbers over the past years count towards the album. I remember, I think it was last week, I played a clip for you guys where Cardi B said that she's putting it on her album only for her fans because her fans asked for it. And I kind of understand. 10 years from now or 20 years from now, you're going to want to be able to play a Cardi B album and have Up and WAP. You don't want it to just be a loosey single. So I understand why she has to put it on an album at some point. Now, she did say that it wasn't going to count towards the first week. So why is it counting now? And why is she able to break these records? That's the one thing that I'm hoping maybe tomorrow somebody from her camp will come out and say. So for the record books, and as me, somebody who I consider myself as a music historian, like I love following these things, like music is my first love. I do think it is a little bit unfair for the Michael Jacksons of the world, like the Trailblazers, 50 Cent has the fastest or the biggest first week of any debut artist. Eminem has a title of like 1.5 million, or like there's, in the music industry, there's these numbers that hold weight, right? Like, or in sports, like records are meant to be broken, but they should be broken fairly. So this does, like I said, as a music person, I do feel this a little unfair. I will give Cardi a little bit of grace. We'll see what like some official statements are from her record label, but it was all over everywhere that she has the fastest album to ever reach platinum, which is technically not fair. So y'all let me know what you think in the comment section below. We talked about yesterday's show, what I thought about Cardi B's album. Y'all sound off below. Let me know if you have listened to it and what you think of Cardi B's sophomore album, Am I the Drama? All right, our second Cardi B story. I wanted to play for you guys a video I found online of Cardi B thanking her fans. The reason why I wanted to do this is she gets emotional, and 9 times out of 10, when you see Cardi B online, she's dragging somebody, she's yelling. I actually have one, I think, in the third story where she's addressing Stefon Digg's baby mamas. But I thought it was a nice little moment of just appreciation and authenticness without letting her temper get the best of her. So I thought it was really nice. And in it, you could see Cardi put a lot into this album, whether you like it or not. Just the past month, the court case, the traveling, the working. I mean, I think Cardi B has probably been in the show every day for the past 3 weeks. And I know a lot of you might look and say, oh my gosh, these celebs have these amazing lives and they live this, it's not hard work or whatever. But, I've heard her in interviews where she's like, I woke up this morning at 4:30 and she's going to go to bed at 2:00. At the end of the day, it's still work. You know what I mean? She's not sitting down on a beach. It's hair, makeup, traveling, talking. And it's a lot of repetitive questions. And I've been on promo runs with artists, and I've been there with some big artists, it's taxing. It's a lot. The traveling, you don't eat well, whatever. It's hard. So I feel like all of this is Cardi just letting all of her emotions out. And like I said, whether you like the album or not, you have to give her credit for the work that she has put in to this album rollout. Like, I take my hat off to her for that. One thing before I play this, I did hear her on Gayle King say this, and I really identify this. I opened up my book the exact same way, actually. She said her grandmother on her mom's side, I think that's the grandmother from DR, but she said what she did back in her days for work was 10 times what she has to do now. And her grandmother on her father's side, the same thing. I'm paraphrasing right now, but just from what the older generation had to go through, like you hear the stories, whether your grandparents or great grandparents, I had to walk 10 miles to do this, or I had to do that, or I had to, like I talk about my grandmother, where she, didn't have proper shoes, and she, was sewing for people, and, the what she had to go through to come to Canada to bring my mom and my aunt or whatever. And I look at that as inspiration to, yes, we have to work hard even in today, but it's nothing, to what these giants that brought us here and gave us this opportunity. So even if she is waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning, she knows that it's walking down out of her hotel, going into an Uber and going to a station, whatever. Whereas the people that came before us, they had to walk 10 miles and all of this stuff, especially the people that come from like Caribbean descent. So I take my hat off to Cardi for her album run, this rollout, and giving credit and props to the women behind her. And she attributes that to the reason why now she works so hard. So here is Cardi B and her being appreciative of her fans.
I just want to say that what I'm most grateful about is how good people are receiving my music. Like, I have seen so many beautiful compliments, and that means so much to me. And I want to say thank you so much. Like, that really feels so good. Like,
all right, our third quick story. Cardi B calls out Lord Giselle. That's my baby daddy too. Drama with Stefon Digg explodes. All right, we put this up on our page too. I could play the thing for you here now. So she's in the kitchen, like cooking, and she's singing some song. Somebody in the comment section was like, how does she know this song? I don't know what the first part is, but then she's like, yo, that's my baby daddy too. So I don't know how we're going to work it out, but we're going to work it out some way. I love this, nonchalant. While the rest of us are here freaking out online, even me. Yo, Cardi B, why did you have to get pregnant from Stefon Diggs? Why did you leave Offset to go with somebody who's actually worse than Offset? Why? And Cardi B's, you're like, I don't care. That's my baby daddy too. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. But I love this. I love how authentic she is. And if this is what makes Cardi B happy, let her be happy. Again, I will say this, that she seems unbothered now, but in the event that she ever gets married, in the event that, this continues while they're together or even married, is she going to be as nonchalant? Right now, it's her boyfriend. Maybe she wants to accept it. Maybe it's like, yeah, this was in my past. 9 times out of 10, Cardi B is not this nonchalant. But for now, let's just, she's pregnant. She's probably trying to just, keep her nerves in check. So take a look at Cardi B.
Hello, Barbara. This is Shirley. Yeah, it's me. Hi. Yeah, that's your baby daddy. That's my baby daddy too, girl. Well, what now? I don't know. We'll figure it out.
All right, our fourth quick story. All right, this one here, you really are going to have to go to our Instagram page, The Trend Out Loud Show, to see the whole thing. Cardi B shuts down FAT-phobic talks, and she says, I still give big B word something. All right, I have to block it out, but she was at one time, let me see if we have a little bit of a write-up. How can I get through this? Cardi B finally addresses the chaos. She says in past comments about her FAT girls were harmless, and jokes now about putting lyrics in her song that celebrates big girls. The internet is saying this ain't a slip-up, it's intentional. A few months ago, Cardi B threw the culture into chaos when she was on her live stream and called her fans FAT as F when her 3XL merch sold out, then doubling down, saying that it was all jokes and that people should stop being so sensitive. One person said, it hits different when you profit from people like that. So her 3X merch sold out and she made a comment in true Cardi B fashion. So now she put a lyric in her song. Like I said, I cannot play it here on YouTube, but she's like, yo, I like those kind of girls, and those kind of girls perform something the best, better than anybody else. It's an SEX act. All right. So go over and check it out. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. You have to go check it out. All right. Instagram, The Trend Out Loud Show. Check it out. All right. Our fifth Cardi B quick story. Brittney Jones reportedly drops receipts. Sorry, not reportedly. This is fact. Brittney Jones drops receipts and NUDES on Stefon Digg's. Cardi B drama explodes, threatens to release SEX tapes. Okay. Sorry, guys, that there's a lot of things I cannot show, but like I said, I got 2 strikes on YouTube this week alone, so I got to be extra careful. I'll try to read what I could read. Again, most of this or all of this is over on our Instagram Trend Out Loud show. Model Brittney Jones, who's an OnlyFans model, is shaking up the internet again, and this time NFL star Stefon Digg is in the hot seat. Jones jumped on X, formerly Twitter, with a bold message that had Cardi B fans in a frenzy. She said, I'm not even mad at Cardi B. Congrats to them. That boy got some good, and I understand her trapping him. If y'all know me, I could normally handle all of those things, but he had me tapping out. Okay. With Cardi B already under fire for her whirlwind romance with Stefon Digg, this bombshell couldn't have dropped at a messier time. Fans are divided. Is Brittney clout chasing or is Diggs hiding something? After receiving backlash from Cardi B supporters accusing her of clout chasing, Brittney doubled down and posted receipts. She shared screenshots of alleged DMs and text messages with Diggs, including proof of 2 Cash App payments he reportedly sent her. She said, I guess I'm a baby daddy snatcher. But the drama didn't stop there. Jones later uploaded a NUDE photo of Diggs that he originally sent her before claiming she also has 2 SEX tapes with the wide receiver and that she's considering releasing it. She said, when people accuse me of wanting clout, but they don't know I really want it, when people accuse me of wanting clout, but they don't know if I really wanted it, I would post one of the numerous NUDES he sent me or the SEX tapes that I have of him. Yeah, I did some stuff to him, blah, blah, blah. She talks about her tongue, which I'm not going to read. And she said she's saying it in her Sukiana voice. The news comes at a time as Stefon Diggs' relationship with Cardi B is already under a spotlight, making this scandal even messier. While Diggs has yet to publicly respond, fans are torn between calling Brittney out for clout chasing or demanding the NFL star clear the air. One thing is for sure, social media is eating up the drama. All right. I don't know if I could, I'll put up like half of the picture. Go to the Instagram if you want to see the full thing. She did put out receipts. She does say that there is more to come if y'all want to keep playing with her. Stefon Diggs, the one thing that I'm going to say I really like about him is that he didn't even acknowledge Cardi B, which is crazy. Somebody asked him in an interview in a locker room. He's like, oh, you and Cardi B are together and, you guys she announced the pregnancy yesterday. He was like, me? What are you talking about? Like, he is super private and he even says, I don't talk about my private life. So he's not saying that he's not with Cardi, but he's like, I don't answer that. I don't want to know nothing. So he is definitely not going to say anything about Brittney Jones here at all. I feel it's like online getting to Brittney more than ever. And she is clearly clout chasing, clearly, because if she wasn't, then why would she say anything anyways? The only reason why the internet is getting at her is because she opened her mouth. So, she's obviously clout chasing, and we'll see if these things drop. Now, is it going to change anything for Stefon? No. Is it going to change anything for Cardi? No. Like, you think Cardi cares that she has an SEX tape of Stefon? It's just going to, highlight them even more, get more people talking about her album. So I don't think even Cardi will even address Brittney. I think her addressing the baby mama was probably to the extent that she's going to go, because it's a little different, right? You cash apping a girl, or you having like NUDEs with a girl. Like, dude, he's an NFL player. Like, give me a break. You know what I mean? Like, there's 1,000 girls that have stuff of him like that. So we'll see. I'll follow it. She is getting more traction, obviously, because of these tapes, but we will see what she drops. Let me know what you think. And I'm telling you, go and check out the Turn Out Loud Show on our Instagram. It's crazy work. All right, this brings us to regular quick news. Ring my bell. All right, our first quick story. PM Mark Carney says Canada officially recognizes the state of Palestine. Prime Minister Mark Carney officially announced Sunday that Canada has recognized the state of Palestine, marking a major shift in Canadian foreign policy. Today, Canada recognizes the state of Palestine. Mark Carney wrote on a post on X, Canada recognizes the state of Palestine and offers our partnership in building the promise of a peaceful future for both the state of Palestine and the state of Israel. This move aligns Canada with dozens of countries that have extended recognition while underscoring Ottawa's state committed to a two-state solution. Here is his post on Twitter. Now, y'all know I talk about everything. The one thing that I have chosen not to speak about is what is going on with Palestine and Israel. And the reason why is because I do not talk about things that I don't know about or fully understand to be able to make a comment of it. Do I know what's going on? Of course, this is what I do. I stay up to date with latest viral news. So I know, but the deeper rooted issues of it and the understanding of it, I think that's why there's so much issues, is because there's too many people commenting on it and don't know the history, the 50, 60, 70-year history of what's going on. And people just hear what's going on in the past 2 years. So when something like this happens, I will report it, but I lean on to the people who have the understanding and the knowledge on how to comment on something like this more. So please feel free to sound off below anything that you feel is educational and can help us that don't understand the foundation of these issues. And let me know if you like Premier Mark Carney and Canada acknowledging Palestine as a state. Sound off below. All right, our second quick story. AI artist that signed for millions is taken over. Kalani boycotts while Xenia's songs are exploding and climbing the charts. All right, I'm obsessed with Xania Monet, the AI artist. I am in love with her. Oh my gosh. Sounds from data, millions in streams, and a contract worth millions. Xania Monet isn't human. She's AI built by Talisha Jones and Sono, yet she just locked a major deal with Hallwood Media. Kalani isn't having it, though. She called it a slap in the face to artists who actually live on stage, bleed through verses, and sacrifice to make real music. SZA isn't a fan of AI either, voicing her opinion online loudly just a few days ago. Is AI the future of creative evolution or the end of authenticity in music? Okay, I, of course, cannot play her songs for you for copyright reasons. Please go over to the Turn Out Loud Show and check it out. Look, I am an R&B head, okay? As a Jamaican who, loves reggae music, I grew up on that. I still gravitate to R&B. The emotions, the love, the expressions through R&B literally touch me in my soul. And hearing Monet, I really, really, really like her music. The fact that after I did my research, and I think I told you guys this on Friday or Saturday, knowing that there's actually a person behind the AI feeding whatever she is into the AI, whether it's writing some of the lyrics or giving direction or how she looks or whatever, there is a real person, and I won't go in depth on this because, like I said, I did this, I think, yesterday or the day before. But my feeling and understanding is that this is a person who's a songwriter or an entertainer or whatever, but doesn't necessarily want to be out there. And she's putting an AI voice out there and she's making millions of dollars for it. And I applaud that. There are tons of people in the music industry that are maybe shy, don't have the face, don't have the look, don't have the whatever it is, that spark in stardom. And they end up just being a songwriter, or they end up being a publicist, or they end up being a manager. I want to be an R&B singer. That's how I ended up in the music industry. Like my goal in life would be to be an R&B singer, but I can't sing. So I ended up managing. Anybody who's in the music industry, you want that. So the fact that now there's an outlet for her to get this out and not just have to maybe give somebody else her music, I love it. Also, from the other perspective, I get how an artist could feel like, oh my gosh, like they're taking over from real artists. I understand that because I love artistry too. But I don't think that we're ever going to see a time where there's only AI artists and no real people. Like, I just feel like I understand the dangers of AI. I get it. But I've said this to you every time I talk about AI. When radio was invented, it was commotion. People are not going to leave their house. People are going to sit down inside and just listen and do this. We need to be outside. When TV came around, people are never going to do this. I mean, radio was bad, but now that when the internet came around, oh my gosh, the internet. No, what's going to happen to the mail? Because now everyone's sending emails. Now you have delivery because people are buying online. Delivery is like the biggest thing on the planet right now, right? And now it's drones. So when people don't know about something or the future is something, because now AI, it's going to take all of our jobs, it's going to do this, whatever, blah, blah. Just chill a little bit and we will see how AI integrates with humanity, and humanity will shift, and there will be jobs that we can't even comprehend right now. 20 years ago, they thought the internet was going to take over everything, and now content creating is a multi-billion-dollar industry. There was nothing of content creators or influencers, where now every kid growing up wants to be an influencer or a content creator. So I'm not saying that it's perfect. I just think that we should chill a little, and I think us as humans will be able to navigate. I'm sure a lot of you might not want to agree with that, but as you know, sound off below. That's the point of the show. Our third quick story. Chris Brown turns up the heat, brings Summer Walker on stage for Take You Down moment. All right. When Chris Brown brought Summer Walker out on the stage to Take You Down, it wasn't just for a duet, it was for a statement. The stage was set, the lights were low, and the performance was dripping with tension. Summer sat in a chair. Chris leaned in. Fans are calling it a really hot moment and part of tour. Haters say it crossed the line. Fans are saying Summer didn't put her legs in the air like Kalani Nicole did, but Summer replies saying that she was too nervous to do all that. All right, there's a big debate going online. You guys remember Kayla Nicole, Travis Kelce's ex-girlfriend. She pretty much has been voted on the best that's been on stage so far. I'll play you a small little clip of Summer. There's Chris Brown music in the background. I have to take that out, but I'll show you her clip, let you know what she said after, and then you guys could sound off if Kayla Nicole did it better or if Summer did. All right, here's a quick clip. All right, here is what she said. Somebody went in her DMs and said, Summer, them legs supposed to come up. She wrote back, I was nervous. He was my celeb crush. But that's the same thing Kayla Nicole said too. By the way, here is the picture of the post that we put up a couple of days ago of Kayla Nicole. I won't play the video, but you see her feet up in the air. To be honest with you, like, I don't understand why they leave their legs down, because when they leave their legs down, he gets on top of them and it looks like he's the girl doing the act. So I just feel like Kayla really set the precedent. Like, that's how it should be. But anyways, y'all sound off below. Who did it better? Or should we not even compare and let everybody just do their own thing? Are you team Kayla, team Summer, or team just let the girls have fun? Sound off below and let me know. All right, y'all. This brings us to social discussion of the day. Well, social discussion, comments of the day, and what are we doing here? Oh yeah, memberships, aura, comments, and social discussion. That's it. Question is still its own separate segment. I'm only doing that because yesterday, I think I put everything together. Sorry. Woo! All right. Membership, guys. Membership. Don't forget to sign up to the memberships. We have the link in the description below, right underneath us. We have been working with YouTube. You should see the join button somewhere. Don't forget to sign up. You guys can get loyalty badges, emojis, member-only live streams, member-only videos, and access to new videos. And also, we're putting out behind the scenes and exclusive interviews. I have an interview with a legendary streamer that a lot of people are enjoying. So make sure you sign up to the membership. And I'm also going to be going to the Diddy court this Thursday. It's his first court appearance since the verdict came out. All right. So, all my members, I'll be giving you guys some exclusiveness behind there. So y'all have like 4 days. Sign up, the link below. Also, what are we doing? Aura? Do we do Aura or do we do comments? I think it's Aura, then comments and social discussion. All right. I have a question for you guys. Is your computer, laptop, or cell phone vulnerable to data breaches? Well, let me answer that question for you. Yes, they are if you're not using Aura, the all-in-one digital security platform. Go to my sponsor below, aura.com/trend-out-loud to get your 14-day free trial to see if any of your data has already been exposed. If you're ever wondering how scammers get your cell phone number or why your inbox is filled with spam, here is why. There are companies called data brokers, and they sell your data, and they do it without your consent, and they make billions of dollars selling it to marketers, scammers, or even stalkers. This is why I recommend today's sponsor, Aura Out Loud. Aura to my family, friends, and out louders. Aura takes care of the hard part for you, automatically removing your information off of sites and keeping it off. Aura is an all-in-one digital security platform. Aura gives you alerts if any of your personal data is ever found on the dark web, real-time fraud alerts if any of your credit card or banking information, social security number, cell phone, address, anything that's found, you get alerts. You get a secure VPN, antivirus, password manager, and they have a US base around the clock customer service, best customer service in the industry. And Aura also offers a $5 million identity theft insurance package. If anything does go wrong, you are insured, all right? Here is a QR code beside me. Take out your phones, follow that link. It is free for 14 days. For those of you who have never heard of Aura, they used to be the jersey logo for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And if the NBA can sign up with Aura, Trend Out Loud can sign up with Aura, you too can sign up with Aura. They are the leaders, all right? If you've ever bought even one thing online, your information is out there. So do not play. Sign up with Aura now for free. Now, comments. I've been very excited to get the comments. We have some nice comments here. Hey, how come I didn't edit this down here? Did I? All right, whatever. I'll figure it out as we go. All right. First comment here is, okay, here. All right. I said no more editing, so I'm going to keep this live. Okay. First comment is from Yvonne. Thanks for your channel. Let's go. I watch you, not the news. Love that. That is like, I love to hear that. The fact that like you feel like our show is so well done, like you're using us as your news source. That is like the biggest compliment that you could give somebody on YouTube. I've told you guys before, linear TV is out. We are the new media, and we are your source for your news. Love you for that. All right, next is from, I know why I left it like this. It's because I wanted to read everything here. Nathan from Houston says, nice job and on point. Veronica said, I love you being on daily. Great granny from BMO. What up, BMO? Robin from BMO says, I love your shirt. That was a Tupac and, Tupac and Madonna. I'm pretty sure that was from that. Cheryl says, I'm so happy you're doing a show every night. Thank you, Trent. And 6 people like that. And my good friend, our homie, out louder of all out louders, from Kim. Good morning, everyone from Arizona. Kim is literally every show, always commenting, even on like threads where like nobody sees. Like, Kim, thank you so much for your support. Now, the last comments are from the second vlog that I put up. Like I said, only members could see that. I did an interview where somebody was interviewing me, a legendary YouTuber and streamer. It's an hour and a half interview. And these are some comments under the video, okay? Crystal says, damn, I was on the fence about buying your books, but this just swayed me to go out and buy them. I have just learned so much about you already. You are such an interesting person, and I'm so excited to sign up for membership. Thank you so much, Crystal. Chris said, so well spoken and enjoyable to watch. Thanks for the early access, Trent. I'm bad with names. EMME. How do you pronounce that? Emmy? Sorry if it's wrong. And it's such a nice comment. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. Emmy Lewis. You are an inspiration to us all. Thanks to amazing role models like your mom, dad, and grandmother, you are making an incredible impact in business and bringing awareness to mental health. I'm anxiously awaiting your book's arrivals. I've been watching since the Diddy trial while on summer break. And now I'm bringing your new perspective to teachers at lunchtime. Your enthusiasm is infectious. Yo, I love that, man. Like, you're watching my show and then you're going back to your teachers at lunchtime and being like, yo, I just watched Trent and he said this, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Like, this is all that I ever want to do in life. So blessings, blessings, blessings to all of you. And once again, thank you guys so much for signing up to the memberships. I hope that you're liking the access that you guys are getting with the memberships. Only more and only will continue building on the membership platform. All right. Thank you so much. Okay, let's go over to social discussion. I think we have a good one here. Lala explains, nobody is that busy. Stop falling for excuses. Take a listen to Lala.
People make time for what they want to make time for. Like, nobody's too busy. And that drives me crazy. Like, when a guy tries to say, like, I'm busy, I'm like, oh, you're busy?
Now
you want me to tell you about business?
All right. So the social discussion today, again, about relationships. I told you one day I'm going to have a straight love podcast. Now, I love that she brought this up. And I love that it's a woman saying it, and hopefully other women can hear this, because me as a man saying it is one thing, but I think it coming from another woman is another. Actually, you know what? I think maybe coming from a man, it might even be better. So hear this. When a man likes you and when a man is into you, he will find a time. Any guy that's like, oh, I'm too busy, or I want to see you, but I can only see you once a week or whatever. That should be a red flag for you. Now, I say that with an asterisk. I'm not saying that 100% if somebody says that they're too busy and they can't make time. Maybe they're building a brand, maybe they're in school, maybe there's something, but you should be able to see and feel that busyness and know that it's hurting him and that he's yearning to see you. So look for that feeling. And even with that, a man, and you know what? Hold on. I shouldn't only put this on men, just on both sides. Your partner. Let's put it partner. I hate to segment out men or women. Your partner that's into you will find a time. If they're studying, if they're in school, building a business, it's like, it's 2:00 in the morning. Like, I can't keep my eyes open, but I don't want to go to sleep without even seeing you for 5 minutes. You got to make sure that the person who you're with, your partner, makes time. And it's got to be not you demanding the time, not you asking for the time. You got to look for that person hurting and yearning to make time for you. They have to be the one. That's what you got to look for. I keep talking about this in relationships. Like, they are so bothered by their work or whatever it is that's keeping them up, and they're like, Joe, I just have to see you. That's what you got to look for. That's a real relationship. I talk to you guys about that all the time. It's about pouring in to the other person. And of course, you got to want to do that also too. And I just think from both sides, if you're not feeling like you want to make the time for the partner in your life, then I think that's the time you should think to yourself, maybe this is not the person that I want to be with, because I believe that when two people really want to be together, it goes beyond surface, and it's really like almost, I don't want to sound corny, but it's almost like a spiritual connection. It's almost like your spirits yearn for each other more than even your physical selves, right? So again, your partner, you got to see them making time on their own without you asking. And I think the bigger thing is, if you don't want to make time for that person, you should be thinking about if that's really your person. Talk about this all the time too. people, oh, this person is pretty, or this person has money, or this person is whatever, and these superficial things. And yeah, I like that person. And then you're like, you don't even realize that you don't even really want to spend that much time with that person. Don't think about those superficial things. So shout out to Lala for saying this. Let me know what you guys think about all of that in the comment section below. All right, this brings us to question of the day. All right, this is a good one, especially for my West Indians out there, because y'all know if you came up in a Jamaican or a West Indian household, you had to eat everything that your parents put in front of you. So do y'all agree telling children to eat what you cook and not eat, telling your children to eat what you cook or not eat at all is not good for them? Okay, I don't want to say that other word, but do you think that is a positive way to raise your children? Okay. Somebody says, I don't cook anything I know my child doesn't eat. And if I do, I actually fix something else. That's just me. Another person said, this is why a lot of y'all as adults still only eat chicken tenders and French fries and well-done steaks. Another person says, it's not bad to think I'm gonna cook a whole different meal after I just cooked. Another person said, yes, I have a kid and I'm not going to make them eat something that they don't want to eat. Simple as that. Imagine you had a taste for chicken and somebody is saying, yeah, you should eat a burger. As an adult, burgers are nasty, so why would you do that to your child? Okay, I guess this person doesn't like burgers. And I used to sleep at the table not given an F because I didn't want to eat something. This generation of parents is soft if they think that this is not good. All right. So I do think this is a kind of like a generational thing, and also to maybe a kind of like where you come from. This hits home for me because I remember one time, like that last comment, my dad was like, nah, you ain't getting up till you finish this. You know what I mean? Like it was serious. So I don't have kids, but I think the bigger picture is just, it's about teaching your kids to appreciate and not, you can't always have Fruit Loops and, you know what I mean? And fruit roll-ups and, you know what I mean? And Pop-Tarts. Like I think there's a way to let them know to be appreciative, not waste food, because that's really what it was about. As you guys know, I told you my parents worked 2 jobs. It was hard to make ends meet or whatever. We didn't always have everything. So it's like, just appreciate what you have. The fact that you have food on the table, a lot of people don't even have that. So it's appreciating it. But I do think if I ever am one day blessed to be a parent, you still can kind of, you know, hey, you're not loving this. Like, okay, I get it. But you know what I mean? Like I can maybe cut a little bit of corners, but at the end of the day, you know, you're going to appreciate and know that food is food, and food, yes, it's great when it tastes good, but the essence of your food is for nourishment. So you're going to eat your vegetables, you're going to eat your broccoli, you're going to eat your sweet potatoes, you're going to eat this or whatever. So I will be like my father in that sense of making sure and to appreciate, because now as an adult, I appreciate, I'm not wasteful. You know what I mean? Like I'll have leftovers. Like my mom will cook. Like I told you guys before, my mom cooks for me, my sister, and my sister's 4 kids. It's what she loves to do. It's her love language. And, you know, sometimes when she gives me too much, like I won't throw it out. I'll put it in the freezer. I'll put it back. I'll be like, Mom, don't give me so much, because I don't want to be wasteful. And that's how my parents raised me, especially coming from Jamaica. You know, my mom is from the country in Jamaica. Like where she grew up, they didn't even have electricity. She did her homework like on a kerosene lantern. You know what I mean? They didn't have a toilet inside. So where they came up from, anything you put in front of you, you ate that. So I love that I was able to receive that and have that in my life. And I would definitely hope to bring this over to my kids if I ever do have one someday. So let me know. Do you guys just give your kids whatever they want, or should you make them appreciate it a little bit more? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. All right, y'all, that is a wrap on today's show. Kind of a little all over the place with the breaking news with Charlie Kirk. Like I said, I was trying to get you guys everything as I was recording this. We'll maybe put a little bit more polished for tomorrow, okay? For now, make sure you just check everything out on our Instagram page. Before I let you guys go, just want to remind you again to sign up for the memberships, a link below, or you'll see a membership or a join somewhere there. Exclusive content, We will be in New York City for the Diddy trial this week. Who knows? He could be getting out. If he gets out, you're going to want some member access. All right. That's 1. 2, don't forget to sign up for Aura. Again, also that is in the link below. If you've ever bought anything online, the minute you press send or confirm or purchase or whatever, your information is out there. Aura can go and take it off for you. I don't like having my information out there. Sign up for Aura. QR code beside me. Also, just want to remind you of all the ways to keep up with the Trent Out Loud show. If you are a person that loves to listen and you'd like to digest shows on podcast, go to any podcast platform, type in Trent Out Loud, the show will pop up. Don't forget to hit the follow and subscribe button so you can be notified every time we upload a new show. And just like YouTube, we upload daily. So check us out. Now, if you're like me and you like video, head on over to YouTube. Type in Trent Out Loud, the show will pop up. 5 things I'm going to need you to do on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, get the algorithming. Please comment. I do the show with you, not alone. I need you guys commenting, or I'm just talking by myself. For those of you who don't want to comment and you don't want to join in on the conversation, totally understand that. But could you at least let me know where you're watching from? I love that the show is global. Just say, hey, Trent, what up? Enjoying the show, not enjoying the show, from whatever country or city, okay? If you're really enjoying the show, please try to share it with your family, friends, and loved ones because it helps in growing the channel. And like I mentioned early, please try to sign up for our membership. There are different levels, but the first basic level there gives you access to everything. There are different levels, kind of like for fun. Buy me some lunch, buy me dinner, whatever. Go check out the memberships you'll see over there. Feel no way of just hitting that first one, the Out Louder membership, all right? That's where all your perks are at. Now, for those of you who want to follow me outside of the show, I'm available on all social platforms, and it's always the same handle, Trent Out Loud. I'm the most active on Instagram. And speaking of Instagram, like I've said a bunch of times already, please try to follow us on our Instagram page, The Trent Out Loud Show. Latest, most up-to-date information, and it's kind of preps you for the show. You know everything on all the stories we'll be covering. You'll see the full videos. You come on over, watch it. I'll give you my opinion. And then you guys, I hand it off to you guys. You comment below and we have our discussion. That's the whole point of the Out Louder community, all right? Discussing an open forum to have discussions of everything political, entertainment, and viral news. Thank you so much for kicking with me. I hope you have a great Sunday night or Monday morning, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Thank you for the support and all the love, especially the members. I love those comments and that underneath that video, man. I love y'all. Peace. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy, Trent Out Loud. Peace.